जय गोपाला जय नंद लाला जय जय गोपाला जय नंद लाला जय जय गोपाला माधव मोहन मुकुंद मुरारी देवकी नंदन कृष्ण कन्हैया युगल किशोर श्याम तीरधारी जय नंद लाला जय जय गोपाला जय नंद लाला जय जय गोपाला मोर मुकुट भारी सवरिया तुम्ही हो माखन छोर मात यशोदा कहना देखा कैसा नटखट छोर 16 लाख संपूर्ण हो तुम 16 लाख संपूर्ण हो तुम तुम्हारी लीला प्यारी प्यारी जय नंद लाला जय जय गोपाला जय नंद लाला जय जय गोपाला कोटि कोटि नाम तिहारे तुम हो अपरंपार अपनी महिमा तुम ही जानो क्या जाने संसार तीन लोक के सानी तुमको तीन लोक के सानी तुमको सुमिर में करते सब संताई जय नंद लाला जय जय गोपाला जय नंद लाला जय जय गोपाला माधव मोहन मुकुंद मुरारी देवकी नंदन कृष्ण कन्हैया युगल किशोर श्याम गिरधारी जय नंद लाला जय जय गोपाला जय नंद लाला जय जय गोपाला जय नंद लाला जय जय गोपाला
ये है ना तुमने घर बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय. Devotees, welcome to the penultimate session in this Gyan Dipak's 6-day celebration, Ganesh Utsav. We conclude tomorrow. Our final session will be from 3 o'clock. So to remind you, so I invite you to join us. Blessings to all of you who have joined us here tonight, and blessings to all of you who have joined us online. Not being able to reach the place of devotions, but the next best thing is online. So blessings to you, and we hope you enjoy the success spiritually that is promised to you by the sacrifices you make in the Ganesh Baba's name. We have performed our puja, and as is customary, we perform Ganesh Sutra. Tonight I will recite the Ganesh Kavach. Now, there are different compositions. As you'll be here, time and again saying, you will hear us say, we say Kavach, we say Ashtak, we say Stotra. All these are different compositions. Ashtak, 8 verses. Stotra, it doesn't matter how many verses, but it's an appeal to the divine. Sometimes we have Sahasranam Stotra, 1,000 names of the divine to please him, we praise him. Devima likewise. Kavach, as we have explained time and again, Kavach means an armor, something that protects us. So every Devata, there is a Kavach related to that Devata. We have done Devi Kavach many times. Now this is Ganesh Kavach. And what it does, through invocation of that divine energy, protect us on all sides. Protect us. And it depends on what the intensity of the Kavach, the extent of it. Sometimes it is said you pray for the family, you pray for all. Like Devi Kavach covers everything. Ganesh Kavach not only covers the individual, but it should cover also all around us, everything. Everything. So in this Asian time, we need that armor. We have always maintained what we see we can try to avoid and protect ourselves. But what about those things we cannot see? They're unseen enemies. They're hidden enemies, challenges, ethereal forces that can attack us any point, any time, if we are not careful. And this is why the Kavach is very important. So devotees, I will chant it. It's again Sanskrit composition. Just understand what it is saying. That we are seeking the protection of Ganesh Baba, our eyes, our head, our ears, the sense of sight, the sense of hearing, the Gyan Indriyas, the Karam Indriyas, everything. Quite exhaustive. So you pray is an opportunity you have to tap into that divine energy. As we explained last night, what puja is all about. Tapping into divine energy. To our benefit. To our benefit. So, for a few moments, you concentrate and you pray. You may not understand what I am saying. Once, somebody tried to attack me and say, Baba, I don't understand what you're saying. So I say, well, I'm not saying it for you to understand. You pray. I'm praying for God. God understands. So I don't want to be that harsh, So I'm saying just you concentrate and pray and don't worry about anything otherwise. Remember, you are on your own. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Ar Ganesh Kavacham Gaud Ubach. Eshoti Chapalo Daityan Balyepi Nashayatyaho Agre King Karma Karteti Najani Muni Satyama Daitya Nana Vidha Dushtaha Sadhu Deva Druha Khala Atosya Kanthe Kinchitvam Raksh Artham Badhum Arhasi Mundiruvach Dhyayet Singhagatam Vinayaka Mamum Digbahum Adi Yuge Tretayang Tu Mayur Vahana Mamum Khad Bahukang Siddhidam Dwaparetu Gajananam Yuga Bhujang Raktanga Ragam Vibhum Turyetu Dvibhujam Sitanga Ruchiram Sarvarthadam Sarvada Vinayakam Shikhang Patu Paramatma Parat Paraha Ati Sundara Kayastu Mastakang Sumahurkataha Lalatang Kashyapah Patu Bhru Yugang Chu Mahudaraha Nayane Bhala Chandrastu Gajasyas Toshta Pallavav Jihva Patu Ganakridas Chibukang Girijasutaha Vachang Vinayakah Patu Dantan Rakshatu Vignaha Savanau Pashapanistum Nasikang Chintitarthadaha Ganeshascha Ganeshastu Mukhang Kantham Patu Devo Gananjayaha स्कंधौ पातु गजस्कंधः सनो विघ्न विनाशनः हृदयं गणनाथस्तु हे रंबु जठरं महान् धराधरः पातु पार्श्वौ पृष्ठं विघ्नहर शुभः लिंगं गुह्यं सदा पातु वक्रतुंडो महाबलः गणक्रीडो जानुजंघे उरुमंगलमूर्तिमान् एकदंतो महाबुद्धि पादौ गुल्फो सदावतु क्षिप्रप्रसादनुः बाहु पाणि आशा प्रपूरकः अंगुलिश्च नखान् पातु परमहस्तो विनाशनः सर्वांगी मयूरेशो विश्वव्यापी सदावतु अनुक्तमपि यत् स्थानं धूम्रकेतुः सदावतु आमोदस्त्वग्रतः पातु प्रमोदः पृष्ठतोवतु प्राचां रक्षतु बुद्धिश आग्नेयां सिद्धिदायकः दक्षिणास्याम उमापुत्रो नैऋत्यां तु गणेश्वर प्रतीचां विघ्नहर्ता व्याद वायव्यां गजकर्णकः कौबेर्यो निधिपः पायाद ईशान आमीशनन्दनः देवाव्यादेकदन्तस्तु रात्रौ मध्यासु विघ्नहृत् राक्षसासुरवेतालः ग्रहभूतपिशाचतः पाशाङ्कुशधरः पातु रजः सत्त्वतमः स्मृतिः ज्ञानं धर्मं च लक्ष्मीं च लज्जां कीर्तिं तथा कुलं वपुर्धनं च धान्यं च गृहदारः सुतान् सखीन् सर्वायुधधरः पौत्रान् मयूरेशो वतात् सदा कपिलोजाविकं पातु गजाश्वार्विकतुवतु भूर्जपत्रे लिखित्वेदं यक्कण्ठे धारयेत् सुधि न भयं जायते तस्य यक्षरक्षपिशाचतः तिसन्ध्यं जपते यस्तु वज्रसारतनुर्भवेत् यात्राकाले पठेद्यस्तु निर्विघ्नेन फलं लभेत् युद्धकाले पठेद्यस्तु विजयं चाप्नुयात् ध्रुवम् मारनुः चातनार्कर्ष स्तम्भः मोहनकर्मणि सप्तवारं जपेत् एतद् दिनानाम् एकविंशतिं तत्तत्फलमवाप्नोति साधको नाथ संशयः एकविंशतिवारं च पठेत् तावद्दिनानि यः कारागृहगतं सद्यो राज्ञा वध्यं च मोचयेत् राजदर्शनवेलायां पठेत् एतत् त्रिवारतः स राजानं वशं नीत्वा प्रकृतिश्च सभाञ्जयेत् इदं गणेशकवचं कश्यपेन समेरितं मुद्गलाय च नेतेनाथ मान्दव्याय महर्षये मह्यं स प्राह कृपया कवचं सर्वसिद्धिदं न देशं भक्तिहीनाय देयं सधावते शुभम् अनेनास्य कृता रक्षा न बाधस्य भवेत् क्वचित् राक्षसासुरवेताल दैत्यः दानवसम्भवाः इति श्री गणेश पुराणे उत्तरखंडे गणेश कवचं संपूर्णम् ओम शिवतनय वरिष्ठं सर्वकल्याणमूर्तिं परशुदशनकन्धे शोभितं मोदकेन अरुणकुसुममाला ब्यालमम्बोजनेत्रं मम हृदयनिवासं श्रीगणेशं नमामि। ओम नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च ओ नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च ओ नमो नमो गृत्सेभ्यो गृत्सपतिभ्यश्च ओ नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमः। ओम नमो व्रातपतये ओम नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपते नमश्चेष्टु लंबोदराय एकदंताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरद मूर्तये नमः। ओम गणगणपतये नमः। बोलिए श्री गजानन स्वामी के। बी ग्लोरीफाई गजानन डिवोटीज। जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेव लदवन के भोग लगे संत करे सेवा। गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा एक दंत दयावंत चारि भुजाधारी माथे सिंदूर सोहे मुसकी सवारी जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा अंधन को आँख देता कोढ़िन को काया बाजन को पुत्र देता निर्धन को माया जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा हार चढ़े फूल चढ़े और चढ़े मेवा सूरदास शरण आयो सुफल करो सेवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय। Devotees, today is Ashtami, moonlight Ashtami. Ashtami is the day in which Devi especially worshipped. So it's very auspicious today also. In addition to being the Ganesh Utsav period, the worship of Devi is highly recommended on Ashtami. Now, to many of us who have a certain mindset, sometimes we question, how can I worship Durga Ma on a Saturday? Devotees, I always ask the question, can you tell me when Durga Mata is not here? Why can't I do a Durga Puja on a Saturday? Why can't I do it on a Sunday? But you see, there is a certain mindset that we have, and we have to try to break that mindset, think outside of the box. If there's a special breath that one wants to do and so on, then we choose a special day. But normal devotions and so on, what is here to stop you from doing Hanuman Puja on a Sunday evening? If you have to do a special birth for Hanuman, you choose Tuesday and Saturday. But normal worship, and this is part of the problem to my mind. If I am worshipping every day, I have Hanuman Baba Murti in my temple. Why can't I put my flowers and worship Hanuman Baba every day? I want you to understand the kind of mindset I'm trying to break from people's minds. What they're accustomed doing. Trained in a certain way and we dare not do different. When you expand the mind, think broader, you will understand different reasons devotees. So like today, as I said, Ashtami, Saturday, we can worship Devi. I have no problems in worshiping Devi. As a matter of fact, I worship Devi every day. Sometimes some would have us to believe that certain day, special deity presiding over that day. No problem. That does not mean you can't worship that aspect of divinity any other day. It doesn't imply that. Okay? So you have to break that mindset. Ek Brahm, that one Supreme Lord, you worship Him whenever you feel to worship Him. But remember, if there are special sacrifice you have to make, we give you a special time in which to do it. Normal devotions, anytime, any place. We glorify Devi Ma. So I want you to visualize Mata and you pray in your way. I will use a special bhajan to glorify Mata. धन जग जननी भवानी हो रामा, भवानी हो रामा, अचल वरदानी, धन जग जननी हो राम। धन जग जननी भवानी हो रामा, भवानी हो रामा, अचल वरदानी, धन जग जननी हो राम। धन जग जननी भवानी हो रामा, भवानी हो रामा, अचल वरदानी, जग जननी हो राम। जगमग जगमग ज्योत विराजे, जगमग 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 ज्योत विराजे, तेज प्रताप विधानी हो रामा, विधानी हो रामा, अचल वरदानी, धन जग जननी हो राम। धन जग जननी भवानी हो रामा, भवानी हो रामा, अचल वरदानी, धन जग जननी हो राम। महिमा अगमय पार तुम्हारो, महिमा महिमा अगमय पर महिमा अगमय पर तुम्हारो, अचल वरदानी, धन जग जननी हो राम, धन जग जननी भवानी हो राम, भवानी हो राम, अचल वरदानी, धन जग जननी हो राम। दुख हरनी सुख संपत्ति भरनी, दुख हरनी सुख संपत्ति भरनी, दुख हरनी सुख संपत्ति भरनी, भरनी सकल कल्याणी हो राम, कल्याणी हो राम, अचल वरदानी, धन जग जननी हो राम, धन जग जननी भवानी हो राम, भवानी हो राम, अचल वरदानी, धन जग जननी हो राम। अचल वरदानी, अचल वरदानी, अचल वरदानी, अचल वरदानी, अचल वरदानी, अचल। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्ति रूपेण संस्थिता, नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु सदा रूपेण संस्थिता, नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु बुद्धि रूपेण संस्थिता, नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लक्ष्मी रूपेण संस्थिता, नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दया रूपेण संस्थिता, नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृ रूपेण संस्थिता, नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। नमस्तस्यै माँ, नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः। अचल वरदानी, अचल वरदानी, अचल वरदानी, अचल वर, अचल वरदानी, अचल वरदानी, धन जग जननी भवानी हो राम, भवानी हो राम, अचल वरदानी, धन जग जननी हो राम। माँ बोले श्री आदिशक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय। Devotees Bholenath, Deen Dayalu Kripa Sagar. Let's concentrate on him, we'll glorify him through bhajan, followed by kirtan, in which you will join me. जय शिव शंकर गौरीश्वर, जय रामेश्वर, जय पाप ताप हर महादेव विश्वंबर, जय नीलकंठ, जय आशुतोष वगंबर। ओम हर 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 रामेश्वर। ओम जय शिव शंकर गौरीश्वर जय रामेश्वर। जय पाप ताप हर महादेव विश्वम्भर। जय पाप ताप हर महादेव विश्वम्भर। जय नीलकंठ जय आशुतोष बागंबर। जय नीलकंठ जय आशुतोष बागंबर। हर 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 रामेश्वर ओम। गंगाधर गंगा जल क्या तुम्हें चढ़ाऊं। हे डमरू जल का झाड़ मृदंग बजाऊं। गंगाधर गंगा जल क्या तुम्हें चढ़ाऊं। गंगाधर गंगा जल क्या तुम्हें चढ़ाऊं। हे डमरू जल का झाड़ मृदंग बजाऊं। हे रुद्र रूप हे महेश यंतर्यामी। हे रुद्र रूप हे महेश यंतर्यामी। कल्याण करो प्रभु विजय करो हे स्वामी। कल्याण करो प्रभु विजय करो हे स्वामी। सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम। सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम सुंदरम सुंदरम। ओ हर 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 रामेश्वर ओम। सत्यं शिवं सुंदरं सद्गुरु शिव नमोस्तुते। सद्गुरु शिव नमोस्तुते। ओम सत्यं शिवं सुंदरं सद्गुरु शिव नमोस्तुते। सद्गुरु शिव नमोस्तुते। हे मधुसूदन सुब्रह्मण्यम वृंदावन मधुराधिपते। हे मधुसूदन सुब्रह्मण्यम वृंदावन मधुराधिपते। ओम जय शिव मंगल आरती। जय शिव मंगल आरती। जय शिव मंगल आरती। हे सुखदायक जग प्रतिपालक हे दुख हारी त्र्यंबक। हे सुखदायक जग प्रतिपालक हे दुख हारी त्र्यंबक। जय शिव मंगल आरती, जय शिव मंगल आरती, जय शिव मंगल आरती। ओम सत्यं शिवं सुंदरं सद्गुरु शिव नमोस्तुते, सद्गुरु शिव नमोस्तुते। ओम सद्गुरु शिव नमोस्तुते, ओम सद्गुरु शिव नमोस्तुते। ओम सत्यं शिवं सुंदरम। बोलिए श्री उमापति महादेव की जय। Devotees, Bhagwan Ganesh as before was Mangal Murti. And when we are doing our pujas and so on, we offer sindoor on him, color him with the sindoor. And I remind devotees that Hanumanji, Bajrangbali, he is also referred to as Mangal Murti. Mangal Murti Maruti Nandan. And when we do pujas, we also bathe him, as we say, with the sindoor. Now, Ganesh Baba, we say, is Gyan, represents Gyan. Hanuman Baba is the mind principle. Don't they go together? The coloring, as it were. The mind should be colored with that power of Ganesh wisdom. And to be quite honest with you, many times in my own pujas, when I'm doing pujas for devotees, I may not tell you this, but I don't know how, that it's very difficult for me to distinguish between Ganesh and Shiva. Sorry, Ganesh and Hanuman Baba. I normally put them there together side by side, most times, and it is strange. Strange how this could happen to you. You are unable to differentiate. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even come to the mind. Both look alike, very, very much alike, the same. To me, like they are the same. It's amazing. I'm still trying to unravel what that means. But we keep preaching that there is one God, Ek Brahm. And I've just mentioned this correlation, this closeness between the two forms of divinity, Mangal Murti, Gajanan and Bajrangbali, Hanuman Baba. Now, if you trace what they say, Shiva Sut, Gajanan Swami, Shiva Sut, the son of Shiva. Who is Hanuman? Shankar Suwan, the son of Shiva. Now, it's not biological son, but it tells you that Shiva, that state of dispassion, when dispassion exists, what is born out of that? Gyan. Nirudhaman. That mind that is withdrawn. That mind that is filled with dispassion is withdrawn from everything. Focus only on divinity. Devotees, I am saying this, it might sound a bit rambling perhaps, but these are the thoughts that can cross your head when you analyze Hinduism from a different level. Not just blind rituals. You carry out the rituals. This was why last night I tried to put you a different perspective. You start to understand these things at a totally different level. It doesn't change your devotion, make it worse, It intensifies your devotion. I know what I am telling you. It intensifies your devotion. When you begin to understand and things begin to unravel within you, it has to happen within you. It's a different place. And when sometimes I mention that, after all these years, we're supposed to be in a different place. When I see all the devotions we are doing, from since when, Kirtan Bhajan everywhere, where are we? I don't mean physically, in here, like what I'm just mentioning. Where are we? Are we still at the same level? This is what I keep saying. 50 years you're offering 1 lota a jal. Anytime you decide to offer 2 lota, let me change it a little bit now. Let me intensify a little bit. Or we just go through the motions. Think what I'm saying. And to me, bhakti has to be spontaneous. I don't plan to get vibration. No? I don't plan to get Shakti. Some people plan for all them things. I'm saying I worship, I perform my devotion spontaneously, and things happen. Things happen. This is part of devotion. Yeah? So devotees, this is why I said again, I'm going to say it again, you are on your own. I can't do it for you. I'm just showing out little things to you. Right? So, you know, a person will look at me and, yeah, well, I know him 55 years now, 60 years now. I know him. You know the form. You know what is in the inside? Nobody will know. So to you, nobody will know. So devotees, that Hanuman Baba is the indweller. Mind principle. And we have said time and again, Hanuman Baba, Panchmukhi, 5-faced, representing the 5 mental planes. Chiptam, Murham, Vikchiptam, Ekagram, Niruddham. That exists in every single person. The raving mind, to put it in simple terms, forgetful mind, oscillating mind, one-pointed, and highly restrained mind. So some previous night, I mentioned, during one of the kathas, if you can remember, I can remember, when one of the devotees praying Ekagra Chit with one-pointed concentration, and I make mention of the point, why not Niruddhaman? I don't know if you could remember that. If you can't, well, I can't go it over. All these things. Niruddhaman would imply you shut out everything totally. You're not aware of the present. Ekagra Chit means you focus on something there, but you're still in the present. Niruddhaman means totally oblivious to the external surroundings. Krishna Katha tells us about the cows and the cow pen that relate to the human body. The cows go the senses in the human body. And the cow pen, Sushumna Nari, that middle passage as it is called in simple terms. When they say put the cows back into the cow pen, that is what they mean. Withdraw the senses from the external world. Put them into the cow pen, Sushumna Nari. You are not aware at all of the outside. Like Sutikshan Muni and such devotees. Hanuman Baba devotees represent that mind principle. And up to today I was mentioning, if you look at the picture of Sri Ram, Sita, Hanuman or Murtis, Sita, Lakshman and Sri Ramchandraji, Hanuman always sit at the feet of Sri Ram, his eyes at the feet of Sri Ram, his back is to the world. Now that is not for convenience, you know. That is telling us something. Hanuman symbolizes the Niruddhaman, where you shut out the external world. Your mind is focused totally on spirituality, the divine. And just to, you know, remind you, when you sit to pray, many of us, we say we sit to pray. Where is the mind? Where is the mind? You have to answer. You are on your own. I would like to glorify power and put the Bajrangbali devotee before we go on. So let's visualize Shankar Swan Kishi Nandan Bajrangbali. Lali Dehi Lali Se Arudhara Lal Rangur. Red in color, like a huge golden mountain. Visualize him. Carrying the mountain, carrying Sri Ram and Lakshman, bursting open his chest. However, you visualize Hanuman Baba. Begi haru Hanumana Mahaprabhu Jo kachu sankat hoye hamaro Kau na so sankat मोहर गरीब को जो तुमसे नहीं जाते है तारो जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो महाराज जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो महाराज। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो महाराज। तन में तुम्हारी शक्ति विराजे, तन में तुम्हारी शक्ति विराजे, मन भक्ति से भीना। तन में तुम्हारी शक्ति विराजे, मन भक्ति से भीना। जो जन तुम्हारे शरण में आए, जो जन तुम्हारे शरण में आए, दुख दरिद्र हर लीना। हनुमत दुख दरिद्र हर लीना। महावीर प्रभु हम दुखियन के, महावीर प्रभु हम दुखियन के, तुम हो गरीब निवाज। हनुमत तुम हो गरीब निवाज। हनुमत जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो महाराज। राम लखन देहि तुम पर, राम लखन देहि तुम पर, सदा रहे हर्षाए। राम लखन देहि तुम पर, सदा रहे हर्षाए। हृदय चीर के राम सिया का, हृदय चीर के राम सिया का, दर्शन दिया कराए। हनुमत दर्शन दिया कराए। दो कर जोर रज हनुमंता, दो कर जोर रज हनुमंता, कहियो प्रभु से आज। हनुमत कहियो प्रभु से आज। हनुमत जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो महाराज। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो महाराज। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई। So devotees, that inner Hanuman, together with Gyan, Gajanan, that not different gods, different aspects of that same one divinity. You know, we see miracles, if you want to call them miracles. Civilize oneself, focus, be serious about what you're doing. Devotion mustn't be incidental. You guess sometimes you do it. Make the time, make the sacrifice. This, devotees, is what brings about change in our life. divinity. Over and over we keep saying that. So devotees, while I'm at it, there's a little message which I like to present almost always. And it's a bit of advice given by the sages. So it all goes along, the great sage Brahmanand. Once it is said he was traveling and he came to a forested area in which he found a very old house, in which there was a very old man who had in a cage a parrot. The cage itself was very, very old. Brahmanand looked into the house and he overheard the man speaking to the parrot. Arey, tum padho ri tota. Kya sukha sota? Ram, hey Ram, Sri Ram. Brahmanand is listening. The old man is telling the parrot, oh parrot, why are you asleep in the night of delusion? Why don't you wake up? Chant the name Ram. Ram. In this context, the name Ram. Chant that name. Brahmanand was all ears, as it were, listening. The old man is saying, Tuma padho re tota, kya sukha sota, Ram, Ram, Ram. Tuma padho re tota re. तुम पढ़ो रे तोता क्या सुख सोता राम 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 तुम पढ़ो रे तोता रे पिंजरे में बैठ के रे बैठ के रे भूल गया निज धाम लालच के वश में पड़ा रे लालच के वश में पड़ा रे परवश याधोयाम परवश याधोयाम पढ़ो रे तोता क्या सुख सोता राम 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 तुम पढ़ो रे तोता रे Oh Parvati, once you were free, flying with a flock, roaming the skies, but now you are caught, domesticated within this cage, trapped as it were. Your freedom, your movement limited to the confines of this cage. Every now and then getting some grain, some water, and you think that this is happiness. You have forgotten where you have come from. You have forgotten your true nature. You are trapped, overpowered by negativity, so powered. Why don't you try to free yourself from this bondage, this self-imposed bondage, O Parvat? And how to do so? Jago, wake up, Arboro, Ram. Hey Ram, Shri Ram. Chant the name of the Lord, that Maha Mantra. It can save you, O Parvat. Wake up, Jago. Old man is continuing to speak to the Parvat. साथी तेरे चल गए रे साथी तेरे चल गए रे कोई न आया काम जीव अकेला फंस गया रे जीव अकेला फंस गया रे छूट गया घर धाम छूट गया घर धाम तुम पढ़ो रे तोता क्या सुख सूत राम 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 तुम पढ़ो रे तो तारे. Oh Parvat, once you had many friends, no? Very popular. Many friends. But शादी तेरी चल गई रे. All your friends have gone. You are left alone. You are trapped in this cage. Koi na aaya kam. Nobody cares about you. Nobody comes to even look for you. Even though you had many friends. Where are they now? Even your friends have deserted you. You are alone. Very much alone. In this dark and dread world, O Parvat. Realizing your circumstances, have you given a thought as to now, after now, where? What? What is your future? Is this what life is all about? Is it? It is not, O Parvat. Why don't you wake up? Try to find the true purpose of life, the true value of life. And definitely, it is not being entrapped in this cage. You have to free yourself. Chant that name, O Parvat. Free yourself from bondage. Wake up. मौत बिल्ली ताक मेरे, मौत बिल्ली ताक मेरे, बोली दी चमका. अवसर तेरा देख के रे, अवसर तेरा देख के रे, करशी काम तमाम, करशी काम तमाम. तुम पढ़ो रे तोता क्या सुख सूता राम 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 तुम पढ़ो रे तोता रे. Each time you inhale and exhale, you're coming closer to death. Death is like a cat waiting to pounce upon you, an unsuspecting prey. Life is ebbing away, O Parvat. Therefore you need to wake up, become alert, become aware. जो कल करना सो आज कर ले, जो आज करना सो अब कर ले. What is to be done tomorrow, do it today. The good things in life. What is to be done today, do it now. Tomorrow never comes. Procrastination is the thief of time. उत जाग मुसाफिर भोर भई, अब रंग कहा जो सुवत है. जो जागत है सो पावत है, जो सुवत है सो खोवत है. सो जागो ऋतुता, जागो, वेक अप. बोलो राम हे राम श्री राम. बोली तेरी रस भरी रे, बोली तेरी रस भरी रे, रतो निरंजन नाम. ब्रह्मानंद मिते सब बंधन, ब्रह्मानंद मिते सब बंधन, पावे पद विश्राम, हे पावे पद विश्राम. तुम पढ़ो रे तोता क्या सुख सूता राम 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 तुम पढ़ो रे तोता रे. ओ तुम पढ़ो रे तोता रे, ओ तुम पढ़ो रे तोता रे. बोली तेरी रस भरी रे. Speech must be respected. छोड़ बुराई करो भलाई, छोड़ पढ़ाई निंदा. झूठ ना बोल, सत की तोड़, मीठी बोली बोली. Speech devotees, I mentioned the previous night, speech is Shakti, energy. You use it for wrong purposes, you self-destruct. Lies and other such fabrications destroy you. Shakti works opposite. Smart man, no play. Look, You fall victim, you destroy yourself. Boli teri ras bhari re. Stick to what the truth, what the principle is. Don't compromise the truth. That truth sustains you. Your words must have substance, must be for the benefit of all. Bhakti ras, vairagya, gyan. Your words must be filled with this substance. Wisdom, dispassion, devotion. Don't waste words. If you adopt this attitude, you cut asunder all bond of attachment. Brahmanan mite seva bandhan. Chanting the Lord's name, Rato Niranjan Nam. That's the best speech. You can't go wrong. If you do it right, right thinking, right attitude, right intent, you could never go wrong. The world is yours, so to speak. You cut asunder all bonds of attachment and you attain to the high state of peace, fulfillment. Man, this is where we need to go. So who is the Paratna devotees? Each of us. We are trapped in this cage. Everybody, like the cage. Take care of the cage. The bird inside is who you are and what you are. The cage is not you. And this is our situation in life. Time and again. Little success here, little success there. We are carried away. Ego overpowers us. We feel we are God's gift to mankind. Different attitudes. And all these things lead towards what? Self-destruction. You lose everything. The purpose, the objective, one of the main objectives that we have in life devotees is to realize who we are and what we are. Divinity. Whichever field of endeavor that we fall into, it is the same journey. Even the garbage collector, the professor at university, the medical doctor, whoever, the teacher in the classroom, you have different disciplines, but the objective is the same. It's not to make money only. You make your money if you want. But each pathway is to take you to a higher level. And if you cannot do what you're doing with this attitude in your mind to go to a higher level, you are like top spinning in mud. This is what we mean by people living by guess. Eat, drink, make merry, when you're dead, bury. Is that what life is all about? Oh, human pirates, we need to wake up. Now this is Gyan. You might want to know the Ganesh Yagya, where Ganesh is. This is Ganesh, Gyan, the wisdom of the sages. So how to live our lives. And remember, oh pirate, you are alone. Alone. You got a 15 children, you're still alone. When time comes to go, you go alone. All of you know that? If you're getting frightened, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Don't get caught up in the devotees. So we have to overcome these negativities. All negativities. Focus. Remember that objective. Never lose sight of it. Never lose sight of it. So notice, I am not saying that you shouldn't do what you're supposed to do in the world. You go to work, you do your best. Even if nobody is looking at you. Don't play games. I keep saying over and over, games trap you. Koi la kare chaturai karma ka lekhamate nari bhai. Nobody gets away. Be sincere, be honest. Whatever you decide to do, it must be in all sincerity. We make mistakes, devotees. Sometimes I do something because I want to show somebody something. I want to hurt them, I want to hit them. You end up hitting yourself. As they say, dig hole for somebody else, you fall in it. Your intent must be right and wholesome. I'm here to do this. This is your objective. Let me do this passionately, sincerely, honestly. That is spirituality. Not sitting down and praying day and night in the temple. Time comes, you go pray day and night in the temple. But devotees, your daily duties, how you carry about yourself, these things are very, very important. And I mentioned on previous night, dharma. This is what dharma is all about. Right? If you fail to perform dharma, you fail in life. And you look around all about, many, many people in top position, they fall flat on their face. Or elsewhere they fall. Why? They didn't do what they were supposed to do. So do some good karmas, they reach there, then they fall flat. because they didn't maintain the principles. The objective was different, the intent was different. And don't ever forget intent. And you know, I'm seeing the students also. Students, what is your objective? Student, you studying, yes, you want to get your degree, first degree, second degree, whatever. What's the purpose of that? Nothing is wrong with all that, you know. But if you have a spiritual objective to it, the journey trains you. It develops certain disciplines in you. That is spiritual. Yes, you get a job so you can become employed, money, but that is not it. Because remember we say, you leave everything here and you go. The journey is what is important. The experience you acquire. Devotee, there is absolutely no loss in doing anything at all. Cleaning the drain, cutlass in the savannah, teaching in a classroom, defending clients in court, no matter what you do it conscientiously. Right? And bet me, don't bet me, I'm telling you. If the man in the street is cleaning the street, doing his job sincerely, and the man in the courtroom playing games, the fellow in the street is going to reach that seat before you. Or the Baba sits on the Singhasan preaching, he doesn't practice, he hasn't lived the life. That man in the street is going to reach, where is he going? Before you. That's the position you hold, no? What is in here? The intent. And devotees, we can't hide from ourselves, and of course we can't hide from God. Get this clear. Get this clear. So this is Ganesh Utsav time, devotees. And many of us are faced with various challenges, obstacles, and so on and so forth. Different negativities contaminate us. So I'm putting it to all of us, right? I really trying to create the impression on people's mind, impact on people's mind. You're really alone, boy, girl, all alone. Let me do what I have to do. Let me take charge of my life. Let me gravitate towards Gajanan, the right wisdom, the right practice. Because in final analysis, nobody could help me. Nobody. You're alone. So devotees, in this process through life, tonight I'll give you just a simple one with respect to Gajanan Swami, because I don't want anybody to go away and say, well, they hate more Ganesh Baba. There's a Ganesh Yagya, and all the time I'm talking about wisdom. I have these problems at times, you know, grossly misunderstood. Not my problem though. Let's not go into that. So devotees, many of us would believe that, you know, that Lord Vishnu alone manifests. Divinity manifests itself in different forms. So, very briefly I'm going to give you, there are actually 8 major manifestations of Gajanan. So I'm going to give it to you, and I will show you in brief what it means to us. Alright? So according to Murgal Puran, what is written? These 8 manifestations. Vaktatundavatarascha dehanang brahmadharakaha masara surahantasa sinhavaha naghasmitaha. The first one we speak about is in incarnation of the Lord as Vaktatunda. Here, Vaktatunda Mahakaya. So you have stories, not devotees. But here we go back a little bit to the philosophy, what it is really. So the Lord manifests as Vaktatunda. And everybody say, Ganesh ride a lion. Sorry, a mouse. Right? Anybody ever try to find out how Ganesh with the big belly could stand on a mouse? That is cruelty to animals, man. Those things are symbolic. Now here, Ganesh appearing as Vaktatunda, his vehicle is not a mouse. He appears riding a lion. Alright? And he took form to destroy a demon whose name was Matsar. Now just remember these names on him. So he's a demon called Matsar. Every time Ganesh Baba manifests is to destroy some demon. So he appeared as Vaktatunda riding a lion to destroy this demon called Matsar. Bear that one in mind. Let's go on. Ekadanta avataru vai dehinang brahmadharakaha madasurasya hantasa akhuvaha naghasmitaha. Second one we talk about Ekadant. So we hear this story about when, you know, Vyasji want to write the Mahabharata, right? Ganesh Baba broke out a tusk and he write with that tusk. So he became Ekadant, one tusk. We have read that. Another one say, I mentioned before, when Swami Kartikeya realized Ganesh Baba was going to get married before him, he hit him a Trishula knockout one he tossed. All that story. Right? And people hold on to that. And they make practices after that without the right understanding. Here it is said Ganesh appeared. Ekadant. He appeared with one tusk. Now, it is not a physical thing, devotees. I want you to bear in mind. You have to understand. I will explain to you. And in this case, he appeared riding a mouse. And the demon in this case was Madasur. Now, I want to emphasize also, it's not to kill the demon, but to subdue the demon. And these are important words I'm using here. Right? So, the whole point is to subdue, not to kill. To destroy. Subdue. There's a difference. You know what I mean by subdue? Dharam? Alright. If Dharam, everybody know. Alright, so we go on. Mahodara iti khyatu jnana brahma prakashakah mohasurasya shatruve akhuvaha nagahasmitaha. Now the third one we're speaking about Mahodar. Maha Udar. Mahodar. Huge body. Big in size. Right? And this time he's riding the mouse. So imagine a huge body riding the mouse. He appeared to overpower that demon we call Mohasur. Now, Matsad is rivalry. The Madasur is conceit. Mad, conceit. And Mohasur is delusion. Now, as you mentioned, Gajanan Mahodar riding the rat. So, one story tell you, this Gajanan riding this rat, big, fat Gajanan Mahodar riding the rat. And the rat struggling underneath, and he fall off the rat. Ganesh fall off the rat. And Tulsi laugh at him. I wonder if all ever hear this. Tulsi laugh at him. And when Tulsi laugh at him, then you hear the conclusion of that. That you see from now on, they're not going to put any Tulsi in Ganesh Puja. Because Tulsi laugh at Ganesh. All ever stupidness of? The story is there, but that is interpretation. You won't put Tulsi in Ganesh Prasad. And now many temples all over Trinidad and Mumbai, they put no Tulsi in Ganesh Prasad. Ganesha like Tulsi. And Tulsi is a purifier. I've been saying this. If you look at Tulsi, the mantra, Mule tu sarva tirthani sakha tu sarva devata patte tu sarva yagyani Tulsi tu namamiham. What does it mean? At the root of the Tulsi, all the holy places reside. Symbolically. Sakha tu sarva devata. On the branches, all the devatas reside. Ganesh Baba, he take a leave. He gets, but he not there. All the devatas except Ganesh there. And all people don't stop to think and ask questions. Nah, don't put Tulsi in Ganesh Prasad, you go vex. What stupidness? We put in Tulsi. As a matter of fact, my father, before I was born, of course, my guru, he came from India. Ever since, we used Tulsi in Prasad, Ganesh Prasad, in Shiv Prasad. You see, this is why over the years I began to analyze some of these things, you know. Once I asked way back in the past, don't put Tulsi in Shiva Prasad. Shiva Prasad. So I asked why. The answer was that Lord Tulsi is Lord Shiva's daughter-in-law. So you can't put the daughter-in-law in Shiva Prasad. But you know, my big motto already. I know Swami, Ganesh Baba, they want to marry Tulsi. One of them say, Tulsi want to marry Ganesh, Ganesh want to marry Tulsi, they are cuss out, whatever. That's how people have behaved now. Right? So the vote is, Ganesh didn't want to marry Tulsi. Swami Kartikeya didn't get married to Tulsi. I asked the question, how come Tulsi become Lord Shiva's daughter-in-law? Which one of his son he get married to? If you tell me that stupidness, answer me. No, people go afraid to ask him question. I ask the question, you know, and I'm the Pandit. And I don't swallow this rubbish. You can't come with that and try to convince me that this is what you need to do in puja. Because Ganesha wants Tulsi. Okay? And so many of our people and devotees, you know what is hurtful sometimes? I might be sounding like a quarreling here, you know. Some of our own people who over the years we've been doing puja for, and they are now sad stupidness. As if we were doing something wrong all the time. So I get smart all of a sudden. I wish you luck. Go ahead. Go ahead. Now I could be very bitter when I want to be, you know, devotees. But I stand on solid ground when I see attitudes and so on and so forth. This is why I keep saying over and over, keep harping upon the point. Though Krita Shona, the truth always comes out. Always. And many people think they could fool me. I get an old looking old and stupid and you can't fool me so easy now. The truth always comes, right, Raj? Truth always comes. Many people think they're big and they're smart, playing games with me. Time will prove. And I could tell all you in time to come, it will come out. It will come out. So devotees, see from this you can go to all that, but we are straying. So Mahodar, this Gajanan with a huge body, Maha, Udar, Mahodar, right? Riding a mouse to destroy the demonic called Mohasur. Let's go on. Gajanana Savigyeya Sankibhya Siddhidayaka Lobhasur Praharta Vai Akhu Gacha Prakirtitaha. The next one, devotees, Gajanan, the elephant-headed god. And of course, we hear when they cut off Lord Ganesh head, they put the elephant head, so we get Gajanan. But that incarnation, right? Again, he came riding a mouse, and the purpose of that manifestation to destroy a demon called Lobhasur. Lobhasur meaning greed. We go on. That's Lobhasur. Lambodara Vruvai, Krodhasur Nibarnha, Shakti Brahma, Kagha Khat Sadyat, Tasya Dharaka Uchate. The next one, devotees, Lambodar. That incarnation also riding a mouse. And the objective of that manifestation is to subdue the demon called Krodhasur. Krodhasur. Krodh means anger. Yeah? Krodhasur. Vigatanam Vikhyata Kamasur Vidahakaha Mayura Vahanaschayam Saurav Brahmadharasmitaha. And then the next one, devotees, Vikat. Vikat. We may hear the name but not pay attention to it. Sumukhas Chaikadang Tasha. You know, yeah, Vikat, that name Vikat. Vikat, that Vikat appeared riding a peacock. Now, not only Swami Kartikeya riding peacock, right? I don't know if Swami Kartikeya gets second-hand peacock from Ganesh Baba, but Vikat, Swami Gajanan, Vikat, he was riding that peacock. And the objective is to subdue Kamasur. Kamasur, lust. Lust. And we have here, devotees, Vignaraja Avatarascha, Shevahan Uchate, Mamatasurahantasa, Vishnu Brahma Tivachakaha. Then we have the next one, devotees, Vignaraj. Vignaraj, this manifestation, the king of obstacles. And his vehicle, serpent, Seshnag. So not only that Vishnu Bhagwan sits on Seshnag, symbolically, Ganesh Baba, Vignaraj, he comes riding on the serpent, Seshnag. And the last one, devotee, Dhumravarna. Dhumravarnitarasya, Abhimana Surnashaka, Aku Vahana Evasau, Shiv Atma Tu Sa Uchate. Devotees, Vignaraj is to destroy or subdue that demon we call Mamtasur. Mamtasur. What is Mamta? Mamta means attachment. Okay? Attachment. And Dhumravarna, the cloudy one, right? He came to destroy or to conquer the demon we call Abhimanasur. Pride. Pride. Now, devotees, why I put this to you here, when you see many of the filmmakers, they make up a nice film, they make up film and they show you about Krodhasur, and they put a man with big handlebar whiskers and big iron thing. And when we see create a whole story behind him, and when we see that, we think that Ganesh come and kill a fella they call Krodhasur. In other words, we think that all these so-called demons are people. They are not. There are negative qualities in every side, in every one of us. In every one of us. They refer to as demons. So devotees, rivalry, Matsar, that's in us. Yeah? Madasur, conceit, mud, conceit. Moh, delusion. Right? Krodh, anger, very prevalent. Kam, more prevalent. Yeah, lust, prevalent on all sides. And then you have attachment and ego. These 8 conditions. Kama, Krodha, Devi Bhagavad tells us, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mad, Matsarya, Sangyakau. Notice where all this coming in from? I've been saying this donkey years now since we read in Devi Bhagavad. These are the 6 negativities in us. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mad, Matsarya. And then Mamta and Abhiman. Attachment to what we shouldn't be attached to. And talking about ego, pride, devouring us on a daily basis. How can I overcome these negativities? Now devotees, all negativities will have a positive use also, you know. I always say greed is good, but it's what you're greedy for. Greedy for knowledge, greedy for blessings, perfectly in order. Greedy for the neighbor's wealth, not good at all. So greed, anger, lust, even lust, right? Even there's some degree of lust, you can't procreate. So lust is handled in a certain way for a positive reason. But uncontrolled, unbridled lust will lead to destruction. So in what we are saying, everything in this world is a world of duality. It has a positive and a negative. It depends upon how we use it. How we use it or abuse it. Everything. So this is why Bhagwan, they say, didn't kill but subdue. Durga Mata riding on the tiger devotees. What does it symbolize? The tiger represents the same lower qualities, the lower self. Devi represents the higher self. She has harnessed the tendencies. And she can go wherever she wants to go. The higher self controls the lower tendencies and uses them conveniently. You're not a slave to the lower tendencies. This is what the whole thing implies. So devotees, Ganesh Baba, or what we are told, we worship Gajanan, that form of Ganesh, that right wisdom. We are able to overcome or to control, to subdue these negativities that exist inside of us. And when the time comes to use them, we use them to suit. But I am in control. It doesn't control me. And the root cause of all our problems in this world, devotees, these lower tendencies that contaminate us. Check and see. Hate, anger, lust, greed, rivalry, conceit, attachment, pride. These are the weaknesses that exist in all of us, some more than others. And these are the things that inform our behavior, our attitudes. We need to control them. And this Ganesh period of time, Ganesh Utsav, etc., celebrations are good. There's a social aspect. This is why I keep harping upon the internal part. If I do whole celebration for Ganesh Utsav, I offer how much thousands laddu, and I can't control my anger. I can't control lust. I can't control hate, etc. What are doing? What is celebration all about? Just superficial? And then I shut about with a sense of pride, that abhiman. I celebrate Ganesh Utsav. I give Ganesh 1,008 laddu. I keep saying we have plenty eye specialists and everybody blind. Where are we going? This again I'm saying, you're on your own. You have to make that effort. Quite a few of the devotees who celebrate their birthdays, especially in older ones. So they celebrate in birthday. So sometimes I have to dig people a little bit, 60 years, 65 years. So I say, well, what are you celebrating? 60 years, Guruji. When I'm young, I pass the exam, I celebrate achievement, right? I buy a car, I celebrate. I get married, I celebrate. You're young, celebrating success. 60 years, you're looking at the next side of the mountain, slide down. Where are you celebrating? Getting closer to death? What are you celebrating? I dig people, make you think all how. But yes, as long as we live, we have to celebrate. But what do we celebrate? As I mentioned, if when I'm 59 years, I get vexed in a certain kind of way, eating up myself. 60 years, I get vexed the same way or more. Anything to celebrate? You ain't changed? You haven't gone one step better. What you celebrating? And this is the point, devotees, we have to point out to people. We can't make you do it. We suggest you this is what you need to do. As we get older in life, but the young ones, not too small to do this. You analyze and you know where you are. You have markers in life. Okay, one year I'm celebrating my birthday. This year I have this weakness. Next year, I want to overcome this. By then, I work on it for the year. If next year I have achieved it, I feel good. I celebrate. There's something to celebrate. I have achieved something. Follow? And not material thing. Because I keep saying, anybody work conscientiously, you work hard, you must get. You play the fool, you go lose what you have to. Simple. These things, they're for here only. But these qualities, when you leave this world, you use a certain level of discipline, self-control. Wherever you go, these qualities are with you. Ganesh is with you. Ganesh is with you. So devotees, I'm putting it to you from a different perspective. We have done some stories, we have done whatever. Last night I pointed out to you how you can do Mansik Puja, all these things are good. But I want to point out that the objective of all these things is to find Ganesh. And when the thing is, the point is to get that power in me to overcome all these negativities. I mentioned what night it was. Gyan is enveloped by Agyan. You don't look for Gyan, Gyan always there. You have to remove Agyan. Like a bushel over a flame. And all we are doing here, everything we do, is aimed at removing that bushel, that hiding the light. Because that light is who I am. Self-effulgent. It's just been blocked out by the negativities. Kama, Krodho, Loba, Moho, Matsarya, Sangyakau. Get rid of these. Mamta, Abhiman. If I can overcome these, that is the bushel I'm removing. I'm removing, that light will begin to shine. You see this world from a totally different perspective. All the trivial things of this world won't worry you again anymore. Right? Many of us, you know what we try to do? We try to change the scenery. We don't change the vision. So, I don't want that, so do it so. Tomorrow, the same thing, I don't do it so. You're changing the world. You have to change your vision. That is the Ganesh again. That's your wisdom. Because the world is changeable, as I said last night. It is unreal. Right? The only time you can have constancy is when you change your vision. It's an inward journey, devotees, for all of us. And this Ganesh Utsav should help us to do that. This is why, again, I say, every puja we do, we worship Gajanan. All our worship, we must worship Gajanan. Because that factor, that power is essential for success in life. Very essential. So, wherever you are, the young ones who may not understand all the philosophy, keep on worshiping Ganesh, Baba. The older ones, I'm sure you can understand what I'm saying. Try to tap into that inner Ganesh. We have been hearing Pandit Umesh talking about this over and over again. The inner Ganesh. God, Ganesh is inside. Ganesh is inside. Right? If you can't find that Ganesh inside, where are you going to find Ganesh, Baba? Devotees? So, I'm putting all this to all of us, so that this Ganesh Utsav will be something more beneficial to us. And collectively, I'll say we do it nice. But when I'm on my own, I go on my own, I must ask myself, what have I done? What have I achieved? At the end of the celebrations, am I any different? So just to give one example, the farmer sows his seeds, weeds spring up in between. Isn't that so? You can't go and spray all, you spray it, you're going to kill the seeds and all too. You have to meticulously pluck out all the weeds from amongst all the seeds you have sown. This is introspection on a daily basis. Critical self-analysis. Don't worry about anybody else. You could do nothing for anybody. Worry about yourself. Pluck out the weeds of vices from within the seeds of virtues and see these seeds germinate into beautiful beings. This is what we need. And devotees, I'm pushing this point because society needs this. The more of this kind of people we have, the better and stronger society is going to get. But right now, the weeds have overpowered all these seeds. Only bush going inside the mind and no cleaning. Absolutely none is being done. No introspection. Everybody extrovert, watching on the outside only. Everybody else. When Ganesh Baba is inside. So devotees, I want to leave you with that. Bear it in mind. These negativities, these are the factors we need to subdue, bring under control. Like anger, you get vexed, you punish a child, but not punish, but discipline. That's why the word punishing a child. You take out your own anger in the child. Punish, yes. Punishment could be, as you say, the legal person will say, rehabilitative or punitive. Most people punishing to make suffer them. You feel you alone. That's vengeance. Rehabilitation is important. You have to have the right understanding. So the anger is here but controlled. You reach a certain point, not anger to, create this big fire, but it's necessary. So this is how you use all the negativities, if you have it under your control. If you don't have it under your control, it controls you, and you self-destruct. Okay? So devotees, the journey continues. Next year, Ganesh Utsav, those of us who will be here, we don't know who here, who will be here, who won't be here. Right? We don't know. Life is fragile, very fickle, but the celebrations will continue. Think, those of you who would be there, and wonder, what is it to meet now? New celebration, another year. What does it mean? Where am I? Question. Okay? So devotees, blessings to all of you. I've said to you a lot this evening. All different kind of, philosophy, gyan in different forms. Assimilate it, put it into practice. May the blessings of Gajanan Swami be showered upon all. Bole Brindavan Sri Krishna Chandra ki jai, Gajanan Swami ki. Devotees, we make preparation for the final havan. And I don't glorify Bhagavan Krishna before I start. My mind on Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So we glorify Bhagavan Krishna. Yeah? As the preparation will be made for the havan. Then when you fix it so it won't catch up yet now. When you fix it, you would. Fix it so it won't catch up yet. So devotee is simple bhajana, right? The bhajan I love very much. Bal Mukund. जय बाल मुकुंदा कृष्ण गोविंद यशोमती के लाल की ये मुरली मनोहर मधुर सलोना मधुसूदन की आरती जय बाल मुकुंदा ये जग में ज्योति अंतकरण की प्रकाश कराने वाला परमार्थ बताने वाला ये श्याम सुंदर की बर गिरधर की चहु ओरा उजियार ये मुरली मनोहर मधुर सलो मधुसूदन की आरती जय बाल मुकुंदा ये अमृत वाणी वेद बखानी शंकर जाने वाला भव पार करने वाला ब्रह्म ज्ञान यही स्वर्ग धाम यही कुंजन मोहन छवि धाम की ये मुरली मनोहर मधुर सलोना मधुसूदन की आरती जय बाल मुकुंदा ये संपत्ति दाता अघ मिटाता पीर मिटाने वाला, धन ध्यान बधाने वाला, ब्रह्म ज्ञान यही धाम यही, कवि कृष्ण हृदय में, कवि कृष्ण हृदय में दीप जले, अनहद घंटा ध्वनि बाजे, ये मुरली मनोहर मधुर सलोन, मधुसूदन की आरती। जय बाल मुकुंदा कृष्ण गोविंदा, यशोमती के लाल की ये मुरली। जय बाल मुकुंदा, जय बाल मुकुंद, जय बाल मुकुंदा। तो डिवोटीज, जैसे ब्रीफ कीर्तनम, प्यारे नंदलाल दर्शन दे दो। ओ गोपाल, हे नंदलाल, आई क्रेव योर दर्शन, अखिया हरि दर्शन की प्यासी, दर्शन दो हे घनश्याम। प्यारे नंदलाल दर्शन दीजो, प्यारे नंदलाल दर्शन दीजो। ए यशोदा के बाल दर्शन दीजो, यशोदा के बाल, यशोदा के लाल, यशोदा के बाल दर्शन दीजो। प्यारे नंदलाल दर्शन दीजो, प्यारे नंदलाल दर्शन दीजो। नटवर लाल दर्शन दीजो, नटवर लाल दर्शन दीजो। हाँ दर्शन दीजो, हो दर्शन दीजो। नटवर लाल दर्शन दीजो। हे गिरिधर बाल दर्शन दीजो, गिरिधर बाल दर्शन दीजो। प्यारे नंदलाल दर्शन दीजो। यशोदा के बाल दर्शन दीजो, यशोदा के बाल, यशोदा के लाल, यशोदा के बाल दर्शन दीजो। प्यारे नंदलाल दर्शन दीजो, प्यारे नंदलाल दर्शन दीजो। दर्शन दीजो, ओ दर्शन दीजो, दर्शन दीजो। बोल वृंदावन श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की। ओम गंगनपतये नमः स्वाहा। श्री गौरी माता स्वाहा, श्री पृथ्वी माता स्वाहा, पंचलोकपाल देवाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो नारायणाय स्वाहा। ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा। नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। श्री सूर्यादि नवग्रह देवाय स्वाहा। ओम ह्रीं श्रीं चंडिकायै नमः स्वाहा। ब्रह्मग्नयै नमः स्वाहा। ओम क्रीं कालियै नमः स्वाहा। महालक्ष्मी माताभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। ओम श्रीं ह्रीं सरस्वत्यै स्वाहा। ओम 10 महाविद्यादेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। श्री हनुमते नमः स्वाहा। सिद्धिस्वरूपाय स्वाहा। सर्वशत्रुनिवारणाय हनुमंताय स्वाहा। लक्ष्मण प्राणरक्षणाय हनुमंताय स्वाहा। ओम ह्रीं 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 बलसागरे स्वाहा। ओम श्री सीतारामचंद्राभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः स्वाहा। ओम श्री इष्ट देवाय स्वाहा। ओम श्री कुल देवाय स्वाहा। ओम श्री अष्टान देवाय स्वाहा। ओम श्री ग्राम देवाय स्वाहा। ओम श्री इतर कर्म प्रधान देवाय स्वाहा। 5 times again। वास्तु देवाय स्वाहा। 33 करोड़ देवताभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। सर्वदेवता सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। अनंत स्वरूपाय ब्रह्मणे नमः स्वाहा। ओम श्री गुरुवे नमः स्वाहा। Wash your hands. Please all stand, devotees. पूर्णाहुति, concentrate on Bhagavan Shankar. ओम नमः शंभवाय च मयोभवाय च, नमः शंकराय च मयस्कराय च, शिवाय च शिवतराय च, ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम पूर्णमिदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णम् उदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम सर्वं वै पूर्णाग्वं स्वाहा। आचमन। ओम सर्व पापहरं दिव्यं गांगेयं निर्मलं जलम् आचमनं च मया दत्तं गृह्यतां पुरुषोत्तमः ब्रह्मज्ञये नमः। आचमनं समर्पयामि। 3 times bow to the fire. So devotees, be joined together in our arti. Om Sajang Chavarti Sanyuktam Vahinyojidam Maya Deepam Grihan Devese Tailokiti Nirapaham Deepam Samarpayami Lakshmi Narayanaya Namaha. प्रार्थना। जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख बिन शे मन का। सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का। मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण गहूँ किसकी। तुम बिन और न दूजा प्रभु बिन और न दूजा आश करो जिसकी। परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी। परब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी। करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता। दीन दयालु कृपालु कृपा करो भरता। सबके प्राणपति किस विधि मिलो दया में तुमको मैं तुम दी। ठाकुर तुम मेरे, स्वामी ठाकुर तुम मेरे, अपने हाथ उठाओ द्वार पर तेरे, विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरू देवा, स्वामी पाप हरू देवा, श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा, जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र, हरे राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, ओ बोलो श्री सीताराम 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 जय सीताराम, बोलो श्री राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम, बोलो श्री सीताराम जय राधे श्याम सीताराम जय राधे श्याम, बोलो सीताराम जय सीताराम, बोलो राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम, बोलो सीताराम जय राधे श्याम, शिव हरे शिव राम सखे प्रभु, त्रिविधताप निवारण हे विभु, अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मां, शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं, शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलं प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम् मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्षं मंगलाय तनोहरि ओम आवाहनं न जानामि विसर्जनं पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षम्यतां परमेश्वर ओम गच्छ गच्छुरश्रेष्ठ स्वस्थाने परमेश्वर यत् ब्रह्मादयो देवास्तत्र गच्छुतास्म ओम लाभस्तेषां जयस्तेषां कुतस्तेषां पराजया येषामिन्दि वर्षामो हृदयस्थो जनार्दन ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ओम मंत्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं गणेश्वर हे परमेश्वरी हे सदाशिव हे जनार्दन कपीश्वर हे अग्नीश्वर यत्पूजितं मया देवा हे देवी मा परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम गच्छ त्वं भगवन् अग्निस्वस्थाने कुन्दं मध्यतः हुतम् आदाय देवेभ्य शीघ्र देहि प्रसीद मे ओम ब्रह्मग्नये नमः ओम त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय आर शक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय उमापति महादेव की जय पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय वृंदावन श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की बोलिए श्री स्वाहा माता की जय शुभमस्तु ब्लेसिंग्स टू ऑल काइंडली बी सीटेड डिवोटीज
Sitaram, we would like to once again warmly thank you, our physical devotees and online viewers, for making the time to be here with us tonight. They say that the best gift you can give to someone is your time. We understand that it is a sacrifice and a discipline to want to be present with us and also to listen, learn, and regurgitate all the valuable knowledge that was freely and sincerely given to us. So to those who made the commitment to join us at any point, we say thank you. Guru Gyanadatta. The Guru is the bestower of knowledge. We are honored to be in your distinguished presence each night as you selflessly fulfill a responsibility to empower us with the right knowledge towards spiritual enlightenment. Thank you, Guruji, for the combined blessings and guidance that you, and in his absence, our spiritual leader, Pandit Umesh, continue to bestow upon us. Thank you to Auntie Indra Bechu and her husband for accepting the opportunity of performing Havan tonight. Also, if not for the technical support of our audio-visual team, we would not be able to have live broadcasts, nor would we be able to replay the broadcast on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks to Dinesh and Pandit Adesh for your dedicated assistance. To reiterate, we will not have service tomorrow morning. However, tomorrow evening will be the Visarjan, which culminates our Yagya. Puja starts between 3 to 4 p.m. and devotional hours are from 4 to 6 p.m. As advised by Guruji, you can join with us tomorrow and he will facilitate you in making offerings after the Visarjan. If you have your personal murti that you made offerings to within this period, you can immerse it when you return to your homes after the Visarjan. Finally, Aarti is at the door and you can collect your prasad and refreshments outside. Have a safe journey back home as we invite you to join us tomorrow evening in our final session of devotions. Sitaram.
So devotees, just a point of clarification for tomorrow evening. We start at 3 o'clock, our normal, we have our pujas and so on. And as I mentioned last night, if you have devotees who would want to make offerings, we'll facilitate it. Now, I'm not saying that you have to. If it is your choice to so do, yes, you can do it. Okay, we'll facilitate it. And if you're not doing puja, it is not a problem. We still expect you to come and become part of it. As a matter of fact, if you don't have too many of them doing puja, it will be easier for me. So you don't have to do puja, right? But it's up to you if you want to. We will facilitate it. And the puja will be done, I think I heard somebody say after Visarjan. But you can't do it after Visarjan, you have to do before Visarjan. So we'll do it first, then we'll have our discourse, whatever. I don't know what I'll do tomorrow evening. I will do maybe Kirtan, Bhajan, story, Katha, anything short of dancing. We'll do that tomorrow. And then we'll have the immersion of the Murti, our Murti here. And as I mentioned earlier, if devotees are doing your own personal puja, if you want to immerse your Murti tomorrow, it's up to you. But if you want to go until Friday, Friday is the culmination of the period. So you can remain and you can keep doing your puja at home until Friday, and Friday you can immerse your Murti. So the choice is yours again, right? Everybody, freedom of choice. You do what you feel best based upon your circumstances. Now, we would not want to immerse people's individual Murtis here tomorrow. So that's why I'm saying, as Savita mentioned, when you go home, you can immerse it if you want to do it tomorrow. Okay? So I hope it's quite clear. You can come perform puja and so on, or come become part of it. We witness the immersion of our Murti. And then you will continue your journey. Either you do it home tomorrow evening or Friday to complete this period of time. So tomorrow is very auspicious for us. We will conclude our 6 sessions of devotions to Gajanan Swami. But remember, the devotions continue. Okay? So Indra, power, blessings to both of you. They come from all the way California to become part of our journey here. And not to give a discourse at this late hour, but Parv's brother died not too long now. Right? So I'm raising this point because when people, he brother dead and he come in the temple. People say this thing. So if they ask me, I say, once you ain't dead, you will come temple. You follow? Now this is part of the foolishness in Hinduism. Now I don't want to, the public, their own personal business, but the brother, he cremated, but in Christian rites. So, well, no, so what? You understand? This goes out in the next discourse. For amongst our people, the foolishness in our heads, not understanding circumstances. So somebody die, everybody dead. Shut down. I told them, no, you can come and do your puja. If you see him going back home, you will let me know. Right? So no problem, blessings. Right? Guru's word is important here. Right? And Indra's birthday is on the 26th. Yeah. She'll be 26 on the 26th, golden birthday. So I want to wish you happy birthday, Indra. I mean, that time, we have time on so you came tonight and perform your puja. Blessings. And keep the journey going. And have no doubts whatsoever. I know you don't have any doubts in your mind when I told you, do your puja. You have no doubts, I know that. But just in case anybody has any doubts, remove it. Foolishness. Stop thinking nonsense. As a matter of fact, today, I had a puja somewhere, Raj was with me, and the young man's wife, somebody's family died. And the old lady, sorry to say that, but the grandmother said, don't come, it's Chuti Hao, somebody dead. Chuti Hao. But if I catch this man called Chuti Hao, I shoot him, Any side you don't Chuti Hao, Chuti Hao, Chuti Hao, Chuti, and people don't even know what it means. So the girl sitting, and she's not too much of a Hindu background. So she confused to her. Confused. I had to explain. But how much can I do, devotees? We are caught up in this kind of time warp amongst our people. I don't blame people too much when I keep saying this. Somebody pundits, our pundits, well, stick to this kind of thing. The preschool kind of stupidness. You have to go out there, man. Life goes on. And as I said, Christian rites, them family going on as usual. But the Hindu now, because he dead, everything shut down. Goodness me. Yeah. And just to end it, you know, you can't come temple, you can't do puja, you could go in Iba, you could loaf, you could line, you could drink, you could do everything otherwise, except you can't pray. Making sense? Wonderful, man. Blessings to all you. Well done. Stand up, everybody, sit around. Jai Sitaram. Blessings, devotees. Have a safe journey back home. Look to see you tomorrow. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Join us in the final session.